Greetings everyone, I'm Ricky Ricardo Laban, and Prelude to Restoring Part 3 is a slice of a 4-part series as an introduction to the book Restoring the Fallen. The idea was to build a foundation going to the study on the book of Hosea. God called the prophet to articulate his message for the chosen people to change their ways. Each Prelude lesson has several questions, but we will only cover 3 points in this video. The lesson is available to review and complete on your own or as a group at lavari.com/restoring/prelude to restoring and at the link in the description below. Point number 1 comes from question 2, and it says, what actions did Jeroboam do for the country, and how did God bless in spite of how the king is written in the Bible? 2 Kings chapter 14 verses 25 through 29. Jeroboam is listed as a person who did evil in the Lord's sight, yet through him the territory of Israel was restored. Now that's unreal. God even saved the people through Jeroboam. This is because of a promise that God announced through Jonah that this would happen. The Lord saw the affliction of the people and decided that their welfare was more important than the sins of their leader. On various levels, it's possible that this could happen to all of us. Terrible leadership can affect on a political level, in churches, at our jobs, in school, and even in the family. Praise God that He is merciful to still protect His people, even if that leadership goes depraved. Point number 2 comes from question 5, and it says, once Uzziah had a lot of power, what actions did he commit and how was he punished? 2 Chronicles chapter 26 verses 16 through 23 and 2 Kings chapter 15 verses 5 through 7. When Uzziah was 16 years old, he reigned Judah and was one of the leaders who was considered to do what was right for God. The Lord led Uzziah to do great acts, conquer enemies, and grow the wealth of the country. However, in the verses listed in this question, Uzziah got too ahead of himself and took on the work that he was not allowed to participate. Even the spiritual leaders at that time told him that he was crossing a boundary to which Uzziah could care less. After this, the king was stricken with a disease that he carried the rest of his life as a consequence for his open defiance to God. The Bible is handcrafted with a variety of stories and texts to warn us of getting too big-headed and proud when it comes to the Lord. Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed due to pride and being inhospitable. Moses took on a little too much credit and denied access to the promised land. Uzziah was bathed in leprosy due to his arrogant behavior. Know your limitations. For the Lord has constructed you to be the person you are for a reason. The prophet Hosea's ministry was built around revealing the adulterous relationship God's people had with Him. Know and learn what message and ministry you're supposed to do, and then excel at it. When we take on the responsibilities or duties of others, we can sometimes bring on a level of pain never meant for us. The Lord can be clear in our duties, but also in our personal lives and behavior as well. Never let pride get in the way of representing Jesus to whomever comes across your path. Instead, be the person you were meant to be, not someone who selfishly desires to be their own God. And point number 3 comes from question 7 and says, the next king after Uzziah was his son Jotham. He reigned 16 years and took over at 25. List some of the accomplishments of King Jotham. 2 Chronicles chapter 27 verses 1 through 9. Not much is said regarding Jotham. He did what was right in the Lord's sight. He built the upper gate to the Lord's house, built cities in Judah, received tribute from Ammonites, and Judah became mighty under his leadership. It is a small chapter recounting a short reign, relatively speaking, by a king when compared to other leaders, and that does not have the weight of violence and oppression. Jotham did his job, and that was it. How excellent of a story is that? Many times, people want the credit and praise for everything. We have to hear or see our names plastered everywhere so the masses can worship at our greatness. How ridiculous is that? God gets the glory. God gets the credit. Not us, but God. And Jotham is the example for many leaders and followers alike to follow God's command, to do the job he desires, and become the person he wants you to be. No fuss, no mess. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to pick up a copy of Restoring the Fallen to follow along as we traverse through the book at lavari.com/Bible-study. This link is also in the description below. And for more information on Restoring the Fallen, visit its official website at lavari.com/restoring. Thanks for your support and be blessed.